Hey guys, Dom here. Hope you're doing well. If you're wondering who the hell is this guy, well, stay tuned and you will find out who I am and why I want to help people. So, a little bit about me. I'm from a very small country in Europe called Lithuania. Uh, I've I've studied here until I finished high school and then moved to Latvia to study my first degree in finance and economics. Once finished with that, I moved to Denmark for 2 years to study marketing and research. And afterwards, I moved back to Lithuania for a few years to work as a financial analyst and finance manager, where I had a lot of communication with C-suite accountants and got to see how companies work from inside out and how to best perform in order to make sure that companies stay afloat, how to manage their finances, how to work with income statements and expense reports, how to manage companies' money, and the same can also be applied to personal management. That's where I started learning about personal finances. Anyways, moving on. After a few years working as financial manager in Lithuania, I moved to Ireland to work in credit risk section, where I saw what happens when people go in debt, like not people but companies or private small businesses owned by one person go in debt, and how that impacts their business. Afterwards, after a few years, I moved to work in a banking section for about half a year until I got recruited into Google as finance manager to further look after finances and make sure everything is going well inside, where I saw how big companies manage finances, and that helped me to understand what's the difference between good financial practices for individuals, small companies, big companies, from both financial liquidity side and from what happens with debt and how you can use it efficiently or drown if you're not good with it. So yeah, a little bit of my educational background. I also afterwards I started my second master's in data science and data analytics to learn to optimize and automate some of the processes. So, but that was more of a hobby thing. Anyways, yeah, that's a little bit about me. Originally, I come from a rather poor family. When we were kids, my parents would sometimes need to sell antiques or uh, best dishes or furniture in order to feed me and my brother. So that happened quite a few times, although I got to know about that only after I grew up, because when growing up and going to school, I didn't know I was poor until I was in fourth grade and I understood that not everyone is getting free food at school. So yeah, I came from a poor family, but initially my parents, through hard work and good personal finance practices, actually elevated themselves to uh, lower middle lower middle income class, and yeah, they started enjoying good life, and they didn't have exceptional careers or anything. They just had very good financial practices. So early on I was introduced into how to manage my money, how to look after it, what's the value of money, how far or how far little money can go, or how not far, like how little can a lot of money go if you're bad with it. And quickly I started seeing that people act very differently with money. Some of them are horrible with it, even though they're earning a lot and they still have nothing. And there's other people, like my parents, who didn't earn a lot, but they were very good with their money and managed to both bring us on many trips, buy a car, enjoy very comfortable life. So essentially, I've seen everything, like how people spend money, how people waste money, how people look after money, and what's the difference between these two when you earn a lot but you don't, but you save and make it last long, or where you earn a lot and you are not capable of keeping it. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll see you soon.